online haircut.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Avenues podcast back with episode 187. 187. We're back in the studio today. It's been like a 2-week hiatus, but we're back, and we got some topics, some interesting topics today. We got some sports. We got some copper drops.
Oh, really?
And
we have copper drop? Oh.
we have
Dude,
some
what are you looking at me like
Super
that?
Bowl
Super Bowl
stuff, predictions, theories.
theory, yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a great episode. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Right now, there's this theory going around that the Super Bowl logo for the past 3 years basically can determine which team is going to win the Super Bowl. So basically, as you can see, I'll put a picture up on screen somewhere. As you can see, those 3 logos feature 2 different colors. So if you look at the one from 3 years ago, you see the orange and the yellow, which is it basically shows the 2 teams that would make it into the finals, which was Cincinnati. So Cincinnati and Rams.
LA.
And then you can see the team on the bottom, which would be the Rams, which is represented by that yellow color, won the Super Bowl. Now, using that same formula, you look at the next logo here. And this is the one from last year. Obviously, we all know it was the Eagles and the Chiefs. And again, the color represented in the bottom, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Now, if we look at this year's Super Bowl logo, you see the purple and you see the red. So now people are saying, okay, this purple got to be the Ravens and the red got to be the Chiefs. So people think that the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. This is an interesting question. Like, do you think that this theory is correct?
There's just not enough for me to say it is. There's just not enough evidence. Not enough structure to the theory.
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe?
I don't know. I think, I mean, I watched the end of the Bills game, and it's like, it's a tough loss for the Bills. The Bills basically lost a kick from 40 yards out, which I was kind of surprised about. And a lot of people are saying, okay, it's scripted. Like, it's kind of like a joke going around, but I don't know. It's like, could it be real? I think it could. But do I believe it? I don't think so. I think it is a coincidence. But I don't know. It is weird how, like, every year so far with these logos.
That is weird. Well, not every
up.
year. Every year with those logos?
Yeah, because I think they introduced that like style of logo for the Rams.
And then from then on,
it always matched. Which is why people are like, okay, this is a little suspicious, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm going to search up the 2019 Super Bowl logo, and we'll see if it is different. Because I think
it was the silver.
It is the silver, yeah. So, this brings up the point. Every year so far,
but Patriots are silver. And they won, like, how many years in a row?
But it's like the silver and blue. So it's not like...
So that's Patriots. That's
yeah,
literally Patriots.
Silver and blue could be like... It could be like Patriots, Seahawks or something here. That was like years ago. But anyways...
Well, no, I mean, their Patriots are silver and blue, and then their other one's like red.
Mm-hmm.
But their main colors are silver and blue.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help them.
But it's like every logo since... whatever, for a long ass time has just been the silver.
At a certain point, I only saw Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
When I grew up, so
yeah.
They didn't win in 2019, did they?
No, I think that was the Bucks, right? Buccaneers. When did they win?
Maybe, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it just is like an interesting theory, and I thought it was kind of interesting.
No, it is, yeah.
To bring up. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's pretty much it for that topic. So I guess we can move on to the next one. Colin, do you want to?
Sure, I got my thing ready here. So the All-Star NBA game, we talked about it before. The starting 5 has been announced with LeBron James setting a record with 20 selection headline Thursday's announcement of the 2024 NBA All-Star Game starters. He entered the season tied with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 19 appearances in the exhibition. This year's game will revert to the traditional East versus West matchup. With LeBron James acting as a captain, he'll be joining the Western Conference starting lineup with Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, and Kevin Durant. Those are the 5 for the West. Now for the East, it's Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Tyrese Halliburton, and Damian Lillard. So 2 Pacers players, 2 Bucks players, 1 Celtics players, 1 76ers player, and 1 Mavericks player, 1 Lakers player, and 1 Nuggets player. I think it's a pretty good lineup overall. For the starting 5, I mean, they got some other guys as well, but I mean, this is like the big 5 that will be playing most of the game, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good overall. Don't really have much complaints because these guys are, I mean, Giannis is averaging 31.2 points a game, Tatum averaging 27 points per game, Embiid 36 points per game, which is really good. And who just dropped 70 the other day?
You know who dropped 60? Cat dropped 64.
Oh, yeah.
Like a night or two ago, a couple nights ago.
That's crazy.
And he scored it was weird. The first quarter he scored 22. The second he scored 22. Then he scored, what was it, 12 or 14? Then he scored 4 in the fourth quarter. So
weird
to only score 4 in the fourth. And
that's pretty cool, though.
In the first and second. But yeah, good for him dropping. I don't know if that's a career high for him, but that is.
It's got to be. There's no way he's got that before. That's crazy. That's
like
more than half of your team's points.
Yeah.
I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is good, but
he's not that good.
I mean, typically, yeah, not that good, but wow, good for him. Tall motherfucker. I mean, they all are.
yeah, pretty much.
Muggsy Bogues. Shout out.
Muggsy Bogues. Shout out Muggsy Bogues.
You're taller than him, right?
I think I am.
How tall are you now?
Probably 5'8" right now. Perhaps 5'9" on a good day, but
on a good day. Okay.
You know.
You happy with your height? Be honest.
No. Well, for what it's worth, to be honest, I'm taller than my dad, so that's in my books, that's
that's an accomplishment.
That's a win in my books.
Okay.
And for my family, my family is very short, so I'm taller than my dad, and I'm similar height as my uncle and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it would be nice to be taller, but
So are you happy with your height?
You can't win them all. I'd say I don't know. It's kind of a weird question. It's I'm not happy with it, but it's I just accept it. You know what I mean? It's not I can oh fuck, I'm gonna get broken leg surgery, or they you seen those? They break your legs and fucking stretch you out or some weird shit. No, I'm not gonna do that. But
if you could choose your height, what would you choose? Any height? No break legging surgery.
no leg breaking. I don't know. I feel like 6 foot's pretty good, but I don't want to I feel like 6 foot's kind of tall. I feel like
it's above the average height.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I think everyone's 6 feet.
6 feet. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like 6. Yeah, I feel like 6 foot flat would be pretty.
I'd say 6 foot. Yeah, it's my idea.
Yeah.
I'm only 2 inches off. I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Get those little height inserts in the bottom of the shoes, They'll get there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
But,
I don't care that much, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
some people I've talked to, they said I'd want to be 6'5".
I feel like it's just too tall. It's just uncomfortable.
Once you get to 6'3", I wouldn't want to be anything over that.
I feel like it's just inconvenient, really. Driving cars, imagine you're driving a little
shoe size, perhaps.
Yeah, dude, have you seen those guys it's the 7'6" guy or whatever on TikTok or whatever, and he goes shoe shopping and he's got a size 18 foot, and he goes to 10 stores and he doesn't find a single pair of shoes.
Yeah, you're size 18.
Yeah.
Order them online custom.
Yeah, exactly. And then also clothes, you don't have it's hard to find clothes that fit. You gotta go to like Mr. Big and Tall or some shit. So I mean,
3XL.
yeah, exactly. So good luck, you know. I don't know.
And even then, it's like if you're slim, you're not gonna fit it because it's like
It's gonna be wide
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
The good thing though
Yeah.
about being like shorter is that you can kind of like fill out your frame a little quicker, right? Like it's like super tall, like
Yeah.
lanky motherfuckers
Yeah.
have like because there's just more muscle. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just gotta like
yeah.
to make your frame look more substantial.
That's
so-
true. That's true.
I mean, muscle insertions and shit. I mean, if you want to get like technical
that.
and some,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's one positive, I guess. You know, as a kid, everyone's like, you could win hide and seek or something. Like that's cool.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, whatever.
Fit into it, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I can't really change it, so I'm not like, I don't know. I don't hate it.
Do girls like short kings?
I mean, shit. Not really, dude. It's not meta, to be honest.
It's not meta.
It's not meta. Being 6 foot plus is meta,
Yeah.
but you know,
I
gotta
think
do what
I
you can
think I think I can speak on behalf of women, and like I never say that in any other context but this.
do. Yeah,
I mean, for the people I've talked to, they've said that as long as they're taller.
yeah. I mean, then there's what's ironic though about that is like sometimes it's like the super short chicks who like who's like 5'2" or something. They're like, I want a guy that's like 6 foot. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's crazy. Like that's a guy that's pretty much like almost a foot tall.
And they got to make $900,000 a year.
Yeah, well, what's the thing? It's like 6 foot, 6 figures, 6-pack or some shit.
Okay, yeah.
It's like,
That's so like
have you seen those videos though of it's like the delusion calculator, and they'll ask these chicks, okay, like what's the ideal height, and then they do like obese or not obese or something, and then they do like average salary, and then they find the
Oh.
percentage of people
I've seen those,
within the
yeah.
United States, and like the majority of the
It's like
times,
very low.
it's like less than it's like 1% or less than 1%.
And even then, though, that's still a lot of people, though. To be fair, out of
Yeah.
6 billion, think about it. That's probably
true.
a lot of people.
That's true. But I think it's like within the states. But it's
Oh.
like to have all those insane like qualities.
I'm not picky when it comes to height or money.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just a girl thing.
Yeah.
Like to want that in a partner.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, do you want your girl making like
like a
$1 a year? or
No,
something?
like, no. Like honestly, like no. Like I wouldn't want them like
You don't want a rich one.
no. I feel like it's just kind of like pretentious. Like I feel like they'd be like stuck up kind of, and like I don't really want that.
That's a potential outcome. Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
and it could be like daddy's money or some shit. Like I don't know. It's just
Well, if they're making it, it's not.
if they're making it, yeah. But then also it's like what the fuck are you doing? That you're making like $1 million.
Okay, so then it depends on the job.
yeah, exactly. So
Or if they're in like realtor, or maybe they invested in CX coin and they didn't get scammed.
yeah, or they fucking they bought GameStop or
Doge,
some shit.
Dogecoin. Yeah.
Yeah, they bought in some crypto shit. And then at that point, if
then you're
making-
smart. You're smart, independent
but then
woman.
Also, it's like all you care about. If you're just like I don't know, depending on what your job is, like, and all you care about is money, it's just kind of
Or
like
Dogecoin.
alright. Yeah, you're
All you
freaking
care about is
crypto-
Dogecoin.
You're a day trader, bro. Like, okay,
They're the people that go in and say, "Hey, is there a Bitcoin ATM?"
yeah, like,
Like-
fuck, dude, I did.
That's the thing now, though. They're actually making those.
It's
They
been
have,
a thing for
yeah,
a
they
little
have
bit.
some of them.
There's
around.
one like in where we live. There's one like
Really?
not too far from here. Yeah,
from here.
it's at a
Oh, okay.
coffee shop, and it's like if you search it up, you can literally search it up on Google, like Bitcoin
ATM near
ATM
me.
thingy, and you can buy like you.
Do they
can
have them at
go-
the bank?
No, they don't.
Yeah, I haven't
because
seen one.
crypto's like privately traded.
Yeah, it's just
and
funny
all.
to me how it's in a coffee shop, but not a bank.
But not a bank. Yeah, no. and
dealing
it's
with money.
a currency. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Speaking about crypto, though, have you seen one of my friends? I'm not gonna name drop him on here just for sake of privacy and all that. But one of my friends, like, I feel like nowadays a bunch of guys our age are like gambling or like sports betting. I mean, you talked about it before.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
one
I've
thing that's
kind of not gone into it, but I've like gotten knowledgeable about
Yeah.
the subject.
yeah, what's interesting about it is that you use crypto for a lot of these things. So, basically, you transfer your money into crypto, and then
Yeah.
it gets transferred into the account
Yeah.
of the online like
Yeah.
gambling thing. Which is just kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like it's a weird way of doing it. Like, why do they go to crypto? I guess so it doesn't get traced and stuff, and it's like untraceable, or some blockchain shit.
You ever heard of stake.com?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got
stakes all this
Everton,
ETH and shit.
UFC, and F1.
I mean, shit. There's
Have you seen that
everything
ad?
need.
Have you heard of stake.com? Okay, anyway. But yeah, so stake.com, Roobet does that. So I know,
Yeah,
because Steve will do it. Have you seen those skits where he's like freaking out at Roobet? And he's
no,
like,
but that's what one of
Yeah.
my friends was playing was roulette, and he lost
Yeah.
we were playing in our psychology class, and he lost like $100 in like
was he playing Crash?
10 minutes. No, we did Plinko for and we lost I don't know. He had so he had 50. He had $100 at the beginning of the day. He comes into class, he had 50. We played a little bit of Plinko, probably lost $5. Then he went to roulette, and we kept putting on red, then black, then red, then black, and we just lost all of it. So,
Yo,
don't
I
gamble,
think
guys.
my advice for that, for people out there as well that's our age trying to do that, don't do
Yeah.
it in class, dude. Sit down and focus on it.
Yeah,
Because if you're
yeah.
in between classes, oh, I gotta go French. Let me just read. You're
10
not
on
focused.
red, 10 on red, and then what the
You're
fuck?
not focused. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But also for roulette, how focused do you really need to be?
Well, you gotta
just-
call the thing and the number.
I mean,
and-
yeah, but you just move your chip on the thing. And
Yeah, but what if you're not
paying attention.
What if
to
something says something comes up? I'm just giving
the
what
hot
ifs.
numbers or some shit?
Yeah. Hot numbers, or I know for Crash, you have to pay attention to Crash.
Yeah.
I saw Bradley Martin was with Steve will do it, and he's trying to get him to do all stupid shit for good luck. Okay, you gotta play the air saxophone. Play the air saxophone. He's I don't know how to play a real saxophone, let alone a fucking fake one. And he gets so pissed that he doesn't do it. He's that's why you fucking do the air saxophone. We just lost. And then he's tippy toes. Or he goes calf raises. He's oh, I can get in on that. So he just starts doing calf raises because fucking Bradley Martin.
Yeah.
And then he was smoke a dart. And he's no, I'm not smoking a dart. He's smoke a dart, Brad. Smoke a dart. And then he loses and he gets so pissed. I'll show you the video after, but dude, his lucky monitor, he smashed it. And then he was telling the security guard, shoot Bradley Martin. And then he was shoot him in the leg. And he's never mind. Don't shoot him in the leg. Because he never hits legs anyway. I bet he'd appreciate that. He has a skill like that. I've seen a lot of those videos with but Steve will do it's yo, there's no losers to gambling. There's winners and there's quitters. Because if you're a winner, that means you keep going and you get all that money back. But if you're a quitter, that means you give up. You quit, then you lose.
What we were saying in psych, we're dude, 99% of gamblers quit right before they hit it big. Or what's the thing? It's in gambling, you can lose 100% of your money, but you can gain 1,000. So it's
that's such a toxic mindset.
I
Real talk.
That's how you become a degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
It's actually
So
wicked.
Ice Poseidon, I saw one of his gambling things. So I might send you the video, but it was a clip of him talking about. So he's partnered with stake.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so a part of his partnership, when he does the IRL live streams, he has to promote it very subtle.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever heard of Stake? Or something like that. It's
Yeah.
random people. Or this one dude, he's how about you and me? You come back to my hotel room, we'll do Stake, and whatever I win, you get to keep. He just says stuff like that, randomly. And so he was talking about how he lost $15K on slots, and then he put more money in, and he put a total of $45,000 in, and he lost it within 15 minutes. And it was off stream.
Oh,
and he was telling, what's his name, Nick White? He was telling, he was telling this guy about it, and Nick White was dude, that's some crackhead shit. You're doing it off stream. You're not even doing it for a reason. At least if you did it on stream, that's for content. You can clip that. You can get so many views.
Or some shit, so
yeah, exactly.
It, right?
But he did it off stream, and he's yo, you got a problem. He's and
that's
then the dude was telling him that's more than what people make in the U.S. Yearly. Some people.
Yeah.
That's more than a year's salary. And he was yeah, I was really pissed. Yeah, he's talking to his girlfriend, saying that he trying to get her to calm him down. He said he was really upset by it, and but he's yeah, it's whatever. I can just make it back, but I mean it's a lot of money. So he was pretty upset by that, and yeah, that's
don't
just
degenerately gamble. If you gamble and you're our age or some shit, which is obviously illegal, like do it with your friends or some shit, or like don't expect
Don't do
to
it alone.
win.
Yeah,
money.
yeah, don't
Like you know what
expect
I
to win.
mean? Like I feel like the whole fun of it, like I wasn't even getting, my friend was, and like we were just having fun, like oh red black, like right before you go for the money, and we're like go red, wait no go black,
Just
and
trolling
like
them.
yeah, we're just like I don't know, just
Yeah, it's fun with friends. I mean, it is fun though. Like, but yeah, Ice Passan was like, I lost 45K on a bonus buy on the Aladdin slot, and he was like going into it and like crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think people just gotta like be careful about it. And like for me, like I just know that I would be kind of the guy to get like not addicted to it, but I feel like I just get like into it too much. And so I just like don't even start,
Yeah.
right? Like I just like if I got into it, I'd
Mhm.
probably be like I'm not addicted, but I think I just like I'm one of those guys who like I like it. I'd go and start doing it a lot.
Yeah, I've been to a casino actually in Vegas.
Really?
The last time I was in a casino was in Vegas, yeah. But I was able to because you have to go through to get to the hotel.
Yeah.
And actually I made this note a few months ago back in March when I was at the Nav concert. People were smoking and vaping. And I told my friend that I was with, the last time I was in an environment where people were smoking inside was in Vegas. When I was in Vegas, I was in the casino and people were smoking inside.
Yeah.
It just smelled like tobacco. No one was smoking weed,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
So it just smelled like tobacco in there. And I remember looking at all the machines. I thought it was like really cool, but I didn't know much about it back then. Like I was young, but I knew what it was. Like I knew gambling, all like I was old enough for that.
Yeah.
I wasn't dumb, but I just was like not intrigued by it. I'd say I was not intrigued by it, but I thought it was cool to look at because it's meant for that.
Yeah,
Like I mentioned the Aladdin slot. It's like, oh, the genie is like, and it's just like a pool of money in his hand, and like he has money bags falling from the sky, and it's like
exactly.
all purple and shit. Like that's cool. Like and dude, someone. So, I mean. Yo, this is a joke. It's kind of fucked up, but like I'll say it because it's not that bad. So there's I think I might have sent you this as well. It was a reel of a guy who I think has autism, and he was sliding. Did you see that video of him like sliding the? So there's this guy on Instagram. I forgot his name, but he does this series where he like just goes up to random people on the street and like interviews them essentially. Yeah. And he sees this guy in Vegas at this casino, and he looks like he is like on crack. Like I'm not being rude. He looks like he was on crack. He's like
tweaking out.
Yeah, he's at the casino, and he was like, what he was doing was the slot was rolling, and he was like pressing his hand like against the machine to get it to stop. And so he was like stroking it, and then the guy that was like interviewing him had his phone like this. And he's like, get it. And then he's just like going like that. And then he was like talking to him, asking questions. The guy's just ignoring him, just like
completely like
in the zone. Yeah. And he looked like he was like, I at first thought he was on crack, but then I started reading the comments and there's people saying like, dude, I work with like autistic people and this guy's definitely on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Because they're so focused on the lights and the movement and the colors. It's sensory like overload.
Yeah.
So people are saying this guy has probably autism. He's probably not on crack, and it was an older dude, but just like people are saying the way he's like doing it and all this shit, like he was like really like, I'll show you the video afterwards. I don't know if we should, maybe we can include it on here. I don't know if you do, I'll show you. But yeah, that is like the appeal of it, right?
Yeah. So, it reminds me of that video is like the guy doing slots or whatever. It's like a bunch of old people. I don't know if you've seen the video. They're all doing slots. They're all like lined up and they're like they're pulling the lever and their eyes are like wide open. Like they look like they've been like fucking like on like drugs or some shit because their eyes, like their pupils are so fucking dilated and they're like tapping the thing. Like it's the same thing, but it's like
it's an addiction as well. Right?
It is, and
I remember that.
Like it's the appeal. It's like the stimulation. Like you pull down the lever, and it's like, what are you gonna get? The like anticipation and all that just makes it so.
I need one more cherry.
Yeah, it's like and then, like you lose like a little bit. You're like, I can get it back, and then you just keep. It's like I don't know. It's
that's how they get you. So yeah, in the first Percy Jackson movie, in the casino, right? So they're trying to find the lightning bolt because everyone thinks Percy Jackson stole the lightning bolt. That's why it's called the Lightning Thief. He goes to Vegas and he goes to a casino and it's called the Lotus like Hotel and Resort or something like that. and the lotus flower is a flower, and it's based off of the lotus flower, so everything's decorated with lotus flower, all this stuff. And the workers there are serving lotus flower for you to eat. But in the book of the lightning thief, the people that are working there serving this lotus flower, they are like, they've I don't know the word for, or like creature or species of it, but they're doing like, to put it into like the average person's terms, is like they're doing magic, and they're putting the spell on like the flower. So when you eat it, you're essentially putting yourself into a trance, and so time moves slower for you, and you don't want to leave because it's like addictive. So in the movie, they go to the Lotus Flower Casino and they're eating all these lotus flowers. They're like, oh, this is really good. Oh, this is really good. So they end up in this trance and they're not leaving. And they're all like, oh, we're going to gamble. We'll have so much fun. They're just like having the time of their life. They're like, we're never leaving. Like they just want to stay. Yeah. And their mission's like aborted. And Percy Jackson was like going to hit a slot. And the reason why his mind was like able to get out of that trance state was because there was a guy that was like, his attire was so like, not old, well yeah, it's old, it was so different, and he was playing a pinball machine, and he's like, oh, it was based off a movie, I don't remember what movie, but he's like, oh, I watched that movie, like, oh, it's so good. And then the guy was like, yeah, I know, it was, right, it was movie of the year. And then he's like, what do you mean movie of the year? And he's like, yeah, it's probably the best movie that came out in 1971. And he was like, okay. And he was just like, yeah, I mean, I watched that on DVD the other day again because I had to watch it. It was so good. And he was like, DVD? And he's like, yeah, you know, like DVD player. And he's like, what is that? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, and he was like, I watched it in theaters the other day. It's the best movie of the year, I think. And he was like, what year did it come out? He's like, 1971. And he was like, he's like, this year's been great. And then he's like, and that's when it kind of like
collect.
So basically in the books, all these people come from around the world, different time periods, and they're stuck there forever. So they finally get out of this trance. They escape like barely, and then they come to realize that they've been out for 3 days. They've been in there for 3 days, and so their mission, they had so much time, and now they have to hurry. And so they're on their last day. It's like tomorrow's the summer solstice, and they're like, fuck. And funny enough, this is like really weird, but it's also kind of like ties into FNAF and Chuck E. Cheese related. So that was an actual hotel and resort in Vegas. It was under the same name, the same location, everything was the same. Once that movie came out, people stopped going.
Really?
Because I don't know, they just, it put them off. It threw them off.
Dang.
And so it went out of business.
No
and
way.
It's gone now. The Lotus, you can search it up. The Lotus,
I got a
like
picture of here. I'll put it on screen.
The Lotus, like resort and hotel or something, was an actual thing, and now it's gone because of the movie. People stopped coming because they were so scared of getting trapped there. It's like that's just stupid though. Okay, it's like saying I don't want to go to Chuck E. Cheese anymore because I watched FNAF. You know, it's the same thing.
I mean, I can kind of like.
If anything, I would want to go. Because of the movie. Yeah. Stuff, But I just found that really interesting. Also, gambling will do that to you. If you're in there for too long, you might be like, oh, you know.
Transfer like 30-something years.
Well, like, yeah, but you're like.
I've been here since 1971.
Or you'll be like, oh, it's been 30 minutes. Or like 5 minutes.
I've been here for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
But isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is. I haven't watched his movies in a while. Dude. That's been a while since I've seen this.
I like those movies, but people that read the books first, they don't like it because of many reasons. But I didn't read those, so that's why I like the movies.
I think I've read I feel like I read the book, but I feel like I've also seen the movie, like the first one.
Well, the new show's out, and I heard the show's really good.
Yeah, what do they do? And are they making a new movie for it? Or is it just
No, it's just a show now. But I heard the show's really good.
Gotta go check that out.
And it's actually like lines up with the books.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
It happens a lot where they're just like, everyone's like, oh, the books are better than the movies, blah, blah, blah. But like, I feel like if you can pull off the...
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Perfect example of...
I've read the books for Harry Potter. I still say the books are better.
Oh, really?
But yeah.
Did you watch the movie first and then book? Or
No, I
book
read the
then-
book first, then the movie.
Okay,
I feel like that also like ties into it, depending on which order you
yeah,
do it.
exactly. Yeah, I mean,
Like
I like Percy Jackson, the like film series, but most people don't because they read the books first, and it doesn't line up.
yeah, exactly.
I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and then I watched the movie after that.
Yeah.
But there's differences, but I still like the movies more. Also, because I don't like
Yeah.
reading, so maybe that has to do with it.
Yeah. And the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like movies are classic though. You know what I mean? They're like
Well, even The Long Haul. I read the book before I watched the movie, years before the Long Haul came out.
yeah.
And that movie was kind of ass though. I mean, it was okay. For that, I like the book more. But that's just because the movie's just, the quality of it is just not that
bad,
entertaining
yeah.
compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if I have anything. Okay, I have like basically my copper drop, and this is kind of my last topic. So we're gonna go back into sports here, and basically the Canucks, if you have not seen, basically got a brand new helmet to go with their normal like home kit, and basically it's a metallic blue helmet. So I'm gonna put a picture up on screen. And yeah, basically it's like metallic shiny blue, and yeah, I don't know. Have you seen it?
Yeah. It's crazy cool.
What do you like it?
I like it. Yeah, everyone I've talked to likes it as well.
I know. I actually like it. So I watched that game. It would have been Wednesday, so it's
St.
like
Louis?
yesterday as I recorded. Yeah, St. Louis, and that was the first time they wore them at home. But the thing is, like, I think I like the pictures of them, like when they're wearing their practice jersey or whatever. But then when they're actually wearing their full kits, it looks a little strange just because the blues look a little different color, right? Like on the jerseys, they almost look a little bit like darker. They're just like they look like different shades of blue.
Yeah, true. No, it is because one's fucking like
lighter than the other.
Yeah, and I like it, but I prefer not with the kit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be cool. I honestly like the away kit for the Orca jersey like more than I do the home.
Oh, same.
Like I think like the white looks really good.
Maybe it could go off though. I don't know.
Yeah, like I feel like it could look cool like that, but I feel like a lot of the Canucks fans don't really like our home, like the Orca jersey. Just so many, not that they don't like it, but I feel like a lot of people like the skate jersey a lot better and they want the skate to come back.
Yeah,
myself being one of those people.
Let's hope they don't make the jersey chrome as well.
Yeah. But compared to like Vegas has done it for the gold helmets, and then LA did it like the chrome domes. So like I don't know, out of those three,
those are both pretty good too.
Metallics, like what do you say is the best? Do you like ours better or worse?
I don't like. I would have to look at the other ones again to say. So I'm not sure.
I think I like out of the three. I think I like LA the most. Like I feel like it just matches better. Like the white, the silver, like it looks really good.
Well, it's supposed to be silver and black is the LA Kings, like regardless.
Yeah.
So it kind of just fits in.
Just fits in.
It's just not chrome. That's the only thing.
And the thing
jersey.
with Vegas is it's like it makes sense. It's like
Gold.
the golden knights, like they got the golden crown or whatever. But it looks a little weird, but it like matches the whole like theme of the team. If like right, like they just
same with Kings.
It's exactly. Yeah, and then the Canucks also did the matte black helmets, and I think we're the first team to do the matte helmets. So I don't know. I feel like
those are nice.
I feel like those are cool too, and I think those fit better.
Yeah.
With the team and like the skate jersey, but yeah, a lot of Vancouver fans also say they want Vancouver to go back to the old skate jersey. I'm a big fan of that jersey. I have that jersey, got that one for Christmas, and it's like I love it. It's really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Canucks as a whole, I feel like the jersey that they wear now, the Orca jersey, is kind of like associated with like my sister was saying, like she's like it reminds me of like when we used to suck. So she's like, I feel like the skate almost represents like it almost shows that we're better. Like it represents us being better.
I guess so.
And like also the time when we went to the Cup in like the 80s or whatever was also with the skate. So I feel like fans have
90s.
like a soft spot for the old skate jersey.
Yeah. True.
So yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I like the skate jersey, and I feel like it would be cool if we could go back to it. But
I mean, we still use it now and then.
yeah, it's true. It's the alternate.
Yeah.
which is like it's a cool idea. I like that they do that, and
Yeah.
they wear it quite a lot too. It's every
Yeah.
like pretty much every.
It's not like Memphis where they have it like one time. Same as the
Yeah.
Raptors Classic. That's
Exactly.
not great.
And their jerseys always switch like every couple years too. The basketball like every year they make a new one, right? Like,
no, not every. Though I have a Raptors jersey that's up to date and it's been 2 years.
Mm.
So I don't know how often, but
And then they make like those like the stadium or I don't know. They make like a bunch of weird versions.
they got new
and
partners and like
alternates
Motorola, Sun Life, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
FedEx.
Anyways, that kind of like concludes that. Unless we have anything else, any other topics. All right, I guess we'll wrap it up here. So, thank you very much for watching. That has been episode 147, and we'll see you in the next episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, go check out the Spotify, Apple Music, all sorts of stuff in the links in the description, and we'll see you next episode. Peace.